So, hi viewers, this is the Challenge Foundation. Welcome on board once again. This is where we talk about all the disability related issues. We coach and mentor persons with disabilities. We also share with you our daily encounters, our daily troubles in society. Today, I'm speaking with one of us. He's in charge of para athletics. And so I would like him to do some introduction of himself. Mepacho mi mawakwaba.
Meji so many aba. Memao happy belated Valentine Day because Monday was a day for all the lovers across the world.
Yeah.
So Memao happy belated Valentine Day.
Same to you, my dear. Udinu mehu number yedi mami mehu different name. On Facebook, I also see a different name, introduction, a very difficult amount. Me pese one kasa ubebo udi atrayen. Who are you?
Okay. My name is Raphel Bocho Nkegbe. Raphel Bocho Nkegbe is one of the national Paralympic athletes.
Okay.
And currently was a national PRO for GSPD Sports Wing.
Oh, wow.
And I'm also working in the National Sports Authority as a para-athletics development coach currently.
Oh, wow.
So that's a little bit about Bocho Nkegbe.
Okay, the Challenge Foundation likes to celebrate people like you. Now, Obi Bedrin say, na disabled the then na Obi to me higher sports, Obi the higher sports. How is this possible? And what is the the reason behind setting up disability sports?
Okay, sorry, I will be silent. It's a genuine question you are asking. Part of the world we live in the 70s, coming to 90s, if you are talking about disability sports, somebody being physical challenged, be visually impaired, hearing impaired, doing sports, you ask yourself, how can this person do a sport? But it's something that we all has grown and seen that disability is not inability. You might be challenged in part of your body, but that doesn't prevent you of doing things that other part of your body can do. So we all fall in love with this sport. In the beginning, as we grow up in Ghana, one language we understand in all sports is football, football. So you don't have a leg, you ask yourself, how can you participate in sports? How can you do football? Because that's what we grow up to see. Until we start doing some research, we start joining some organizations, time mingle out with the friends before we realize that there's something we can also do in terms of our upper bodies or our arms and all those stuff. So we start falling in love with it. We started way back in 1993 in Sunyani, where my dad was transferred as a police officer. I joined an organization called GSPD. And one day they said they were doing sports, and I was laughing in my mind because I don't know what they are going to do without their legs. I don't know what they are going to do. So to be curious, I followed them one day to their training ground, and I realized they were throwing ball in each other, and they were saying that they are playing basketball. So right from then, I said, wow, if there's something I can do with my upper body, then this is something that I can get myself involved in. So we have about almost 30-something sport discipline across the globe. But in Ghana, we practice wheelchair basketball, wheelchair athletics, wheelchair tennis, amputee soccer, sitting volley, powerlifting, hand cycling. And dominant ones have been wheelchair athletics, wheelchair basketball, and powerlifting and amputee soccer. And that's where some of us excel in the wheelchair athletics. I've represented Ghana 3 times in the Paralympics. My first time was Athens, Beijing, and London. And I represent Ghana 2 times in the Commonwealth Games My
Wow.
first time was New Delhi in India, and my second was in Australia, Gold Coast, 2018. I represented Ghana in the World Championship 2
Wow.
times. I've been to the All African Games 3 times, and currently I'm the Sports Personality of the Year for the SWAT Sports Writers Association last year. So that's a little bit, and I'm proud to be a member of Ghana Society of Physical Disabled GSPD Sport.
Wow. You deserve a standing ovation. I wish I could. Congratulations. We like to
Thank
celebrate
you.
people like you. Viewers, if you join me, I have been speaking to Raphel Ocho in Kegbe. He is the national coach for para
Yeah,
athletics.
athletics. Yeah.
Yes. Now, Raphel, way back when I was in Ghana, I heard, I don't know how true that was.
Mhm.
There were an occasion that disabled people were supposed to travel to go and do sports in some country. And then I heard that non-disabled people were put in wheelchair, or people who are not visually impaired were mimicked to be people who are visually impaired to go and do the sports instead of real disabled people. And I think something happened and the truth came out, or something like that. Is it true? I don't know. I'm not quite familiar with the story, but do you know about that? Did you hear something like that?
Uh, my sister, is true. That's something that sometimes, as we have been involved in this sport for about 18 years now, we try to make sure the right thing sometimes be done. People always trying to take advantage of we, the sportsmen and women. That's why that thing happened during one of the national team traveling with the deaf team,
Okay.
which they're supposed to be uh, hearing impaired people going for a tournament, but they mix them with some of the able bodies
Mhm.
because of people want to take advantage, people want to get opportunity to travel. So in the short explanation,
Mhm.
it has really embarrassed Ghana para sports, and which is something that some of us are kink against it, and we have always making sure that's not repeating itself. But it's something that has happened, so you are not lying, and it's a
Okay.
fact. We
Okay.
all have heard it in the media during our sports facility. We have heard it.
Okay. Uh, Betty, I am recording this, and so it is not professional for your name to appear while we don't see your face. So it is either you show your face or maybe you get off, please. I don't think I'm going to edit this. I will not get anybody to edit it for me. So if you can hear me, either you show your face or please kindly allow us, okay? I beg you. Okay, the reason why I asked you that question was that you might have struggled to get to this position, because I know that very often some of us like to put non-disabled people in charge of us. Opportunities that are supposed to belong to disabled people are given to non-disabled people. What were some of the challenges you faced getting through to this position?
Yeah, it's true. As I said earlier on, we grew up in a country or a continent that anything about persons with disability being seen differently. We have a limited opportunity created for persons living with disability. That is something that we have involved ourselves in. And we have a lot of perceptions people have about person living with disability. We have a thought that is a wrong thought that we can't see in other parts of the world. So Doing sports, I've come and realized, and also get into this position I am now. It has took me about 16 years trying to apply for this position I am now as a currently the para-athletic development coach under the NSA. Even though I'm actively doing the sports, representing the nation, I'm still doing the sports. I'm even looking forward to represent Ghana this year in Birmingham in Germany, in the UK for the Commonwealth game coming in July 28 to 8. So I'm looking forward for that. So what I've seen is people doesn't give us opportunity. They doesn't give us the room for us to do, or they don't see what we are capable. They always see the disability side. They don't see the ability we have. So that has been the limitation. And sometimes also non-accessibility nature of our facilities has been one of the excuses that people give that, oh, okay, you have the qualification, you have been to school, you have been that, but you can't have access because our place is not accessible. So those are things that I have seen since I have been doing the sports for over 18 to 20 years now.
Okay, but don't you think that some of these sabotage are from our own people, some of our own people who are leading us? When the opportunities come, instead of them giving those opportunities to us, they will go and sell them out, in quotes, I stand to be corrected, to non-disabled people. And it is not, it doesn't always come from, political leaders or non-disabled people. What do you think about that?
Yeah, to be honest with you, that is the truth. We don't kick against it because we always preach inclusive. But the inclusive means that the able bodies need to be part of us. We need them. We need each other because we are all human.
Okay.
But what we have realized that people do take advantage of us. Taking advantage of us, sometimes somebody will come genuinely that, oh, we want to help. We want to do this. We want to do this. Immediately, they come and say that there's opportunity. They do forget about even we who are the architects, we who are the disabled person, that they are getting something that it should be our beneficial. Then you go to the other side, being a beneficial for them and their family. We don't kick against that everybody should come and help us, but we kick against if they always want to take advantage of us. The same way has gone to our own people, our own disabled colleagues who have also been getting themselves in some of the position, leading some organizations and everything. They ending up doing things against their own colleagues. They ending up taking advantage of opportunities that need to be given to their own disabled people. They are giving it to other people who are even sometimes able-bodied. To go and benefit.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Let's become to travel. We don't kick against that everybody should not be in help to us.
Yes, exactly my point. Something that is supposed to belong to disabled people or a disabled person, and then you go give it out to a non-disabled person, and they impersonate, they mimic. This is where my point is. We are preaching inclusiveness. Yes, I am not saying they shouldn't be part of us, but when the opportunity is supposed to be for a person with disability, then of course,
you'll be given to us.
Yeah. So then that takes us to our next question. What is government doing about para sports? Is it at a level, that a satisfactory level now? Are you okay with how things are with para sports, or you want to appeal for improvement from government?
Okay, as a non-profit organization that I work with, we all come from GSPD. The GSPD is Ghana Society of Physical Disabled in Ghana, and it's a household name. And we are involved in the sports wing aspect of the GSPD.
Okay.
And In terms of asking about the government involvement or support to the para sports in general or disabled sports in general, I would say we haven't been up there yet, but at long last, there's opportunity given to us to sometimes represent the nation in the Commonwealth Games, All African Games, and Olympics game. We might say that they have done something, but my problem has always been in terms of the development and getting the equipment for people to get a lot of talent going into the sports. I will use Volta region for a bigger example as I'm talking to you. The wheelchair basketball need to be played in all the 10 regions. We started in the Volta region, but as I'm talking to you, lack of equipment, people cannot go to training. And this is a thing that we appeal to anybody up there in the world. We like, because wheelchair, we use wheelchair, and then there's a chair, sometimes it's so costly. So we can just appeal to the public and also ask the nation to support us, create equal opportunity for all of us. In terms of a job opportunity, some of us might say now, we are the first people that have been recruited in this sports council calendar to have persons with disability working under the NSA in the first history of this nation. That is plus. YEA has given opportunity that they have about almost like a 60 or 70 disabled people have been given something small every month to support their training anytime they are training. So I might not say that we are up there yet fully, but we are making a progress compared to 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Things are moving and things are changing, but there's more room for improvement, which we call on the nation to do more.
Okay. Betty, this is supposed to be an interview with him, but once you have joined us, you cannot be there without. Do you have anything to contribute to? He just spoken about the Volta region. Do you have anything to say to that? It will not be professional for you to be in and then keep quiet. So if you have any contribution or any other question you want to put to him.
Okay, actually, as he said, Volta region is part of the sports, JSPD sports programs, and they started here in the Volta region. But when they came here to play the games, unfortunately, Volta region couldn't partake in the sporting activity because we lack the wheelchairs. We lack wheelchairs for training, and then when you call people to come for training too, they always demand for transportation, they demand for water and those things, and we don't have people assisting us in the region to be able to provide them with all these things. So as he said, he's correctly right. Volta region is truly lacking behind in the sporting activities.
Okay. So have we have we made demands, any demands from the government, or the people who are responsible for us? I mean, in this matter.
Yeah, we have been making a lot of efforts. We as the GSPD Sports Wing, we believe that we are one of the developers for the para sports in the nation. So we have been making some appeal through sometimes the National Sports Authority. Last year, we have our Disabled Sport Festival in Cape Coast, which the National Sports Authority support us a lot, giving us access to the Cape Coast Stadium and some of the rooms in the stadium. So this has been something that we have been doing. We are also going to looking up to meet the Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, and also those who matters in terms of the disability sports. We are going to call on them. But I always say that and we always say that flyover is easily to break, but so we can only ask for people to support us individuals, corporate bodies who believe that disability is anybody's lot at any time. And let's create equal opportunity for all of us. Then we can all feel part of the world. And with our ability within us, which is not a disability, we can use it, I bet me, other colleagues to inspire them and encourage them. So any form of support, finance, equipment, or clutches, or anything, it can be in help to somebody up there who is involved in the sports, especially my region, Volta region.
Okay, but where are you based?
Currently, I'm in Accra because of my job. I'm in Accra training, preparing for other competition that is kind of ahead of me, but I'm in Accra. My email, if somebody wants to reach him to.
And you can also put out your telephone number and then appeal to people, philanthropists, people who are interested in parasport, in supporting parasport. You can appeal to them. Put out your numbers, your telephone number, your social media handles, everything, so people can reach you directly.
Okay, thank you. In the social media at the moment, if you want to reach out to me, you can follow me on Facebook. The name is Raphel Bocho. Raphel is Raphael. The Bocho is just Botsyo, Raphel Bocho on Facebook. The email is just Raphel.gogetem. Gogetem is that GOGETDEM. Raphel.gogetem@gmail.com. And the social media on Twitter is Bocho for Good. Bocho for Good. BOTSYO for Good. Bocho for Good on Twitter, Instagram, Bocho for Good. You can reach out. My telephone number is 0244 093 445. 0244 093 445. Any support you can give to us, if you reach out to us, is going to be directly to the Ghana Society of Physically Disabled Sports Wing. Any help I might get, I'm the national PRO. I do most of the communication, so the other executives has allowed me to use especially one of my fame or being popular for the sports fraternity to do something to help. So that's why I'm in the PRO for the sports wing. So any support that comes is going to the Ghana Society of Physically Disabled GSPD Sports Wing. It's not directly for Bocho and Kebe, but I'm just the contact to any support.
Okay. I have a lot of questions to ask you, but I wouldn't want this interview to be long. You know, I want to have a live session with you. And then we but what are some of the changes, firstly, that you want to see in the para athletics?
Some of the changes I want a lot of my disabled colleagues to be employed to the streamline of the sport development across the region, because some of them have done the sports to the highest level like Olympics, but they are retiring. If they can be included to the mainstream work for them to start training other people also as a form of give back, that's what I want to see. I want to see the sports also in the future be one of the voice we can use to change, to champion so many things, to use, as I've always been said to myself, my sports career is to be a role model, be the voice for the voiceless. That's what I stand for, to aspire to change the perception that, look, giving equal platform, everybody can do whatever you want to do to support each other. So in the long term, that's something I want to see. And I also want to see accessible public places, accessible public transport to be access to everybody. Everybody can go around and do things on his free will without necessarily depending on people to carry them around and all those things. Those are things I want to see. But in the sports, I want to see that colleagues being employed into the mainstream line to create a job opportunity for them.
Okay, thank you very much. And that would have taken us to another question. You have executive members. I am interested in knowing how many, like, among the executive members, how many of them are persons with disabilities? But
all of us
wouldn't
in the
want to-
GSPD, all of us, from the chairman, the vice chairman, the secretary, the treasurer to the PRO, we are all physical challenged people.
Okay.
None of them is able-bodied. But if you go to the national federations, that's where most of them able-bodies has dominated. But it's our dream going forward by next 5 years to come. We want to also be in that international positions like the Ghana Wheelchair Basketball Federation, the para athletics, the tennis, the NPC, National Paralympic. We want to see some of our colleagues up there taking those big positions. And I know it will definitely come to pass. But currently in GSPD, all of us are physical challenged people trying to do the sports and support our colleagues.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I am going to arrange a live session with you again. So we will speak to you behind the scene. Raphel Ocho in Kegbe. And I am appealing to international organizations that are interested in supporting para-athletics to reach out to the para-athletics in Ghana. We need your help. And so his numbers are out there in case of any, support, or if you want to reach out to them, you can call him directly. He is their representative. Thank you for coming, Raphel. I am grateful.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be on your show. God bless you. And your.
Thank you. So I'll speak to you again. Bye-bye.